It's been a while since I've done this. The last time I made this hike was 2022. I was a lot younger then. And the hardest part is getting up over the hills. The Lake Mead Marina. It was reported to me yesterday that it's been moved out 147 feet. Matter of fact, I was told it was just moved out 147 feet. It doesn't look like it from this angle, so I really don't know if it has been or not. Last time I did this, I only brought one bottle of water, and that was not good. And the temperature is exactly the same today as it was in 2022 when I first did this. By the way, I have 2 bottles of water this time. These are the areas you got to hike up and down. And then I got to get up this big hill right here. I'll probably go up right there just so I don't have to walk all the way back here. Just trying to make this a little bit shorter than it was last time. You can definitely see right here where the water has pulled back just recently, just in the past 3 weeks. We've lost just a little more than 2 feet since my last Lake Mead update 2 weeks ago. Bottle number 1, just cracked it. I was hoping I'd be able to walk around like a shoreline right here, but that's impossible. So this old man's gonna walk up this hill right here and then probably drink another bottle of water. Just take your time and watch your footing, and you'll eventually get to the top. It's coming down. That's a little more hairy than going up it. I might have to find a different route that time, or when I do that, I might have to find a different route. Oh, back up on the top. Oh. What I'm looking for is right over there. I watch for snakes too. So you can make this journey yourself if you want to see what I'm going to look at. But just be mindful of where you step and your surroundings. See this? 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month, I don't know. This was all underwater. And not too long before that, everything behind me was underwater. So it's going quick. Not quite as quick, or it's not quite as low as it was in 2022, but we're gonna get there really, really fast. And here's the other stupid thing. Rosie's like, let's take the walkie-talkies. I got a new walkie-talkie sponsor. She said, let's take the walkie-talkies so I can keep in touch with you while you're doing this. And I'm saying, yeah, I'll be fine. I'll just take my phone if I need help. Well, guess what? She's back in the truck because she's not gonna hike through this shit. And I left my phone in the truck. So let's just keep our mind on the game here. Get over here, get done, and get out. That's another thing you gotta watch out for, the snakes. That's what I mean when I say be mindful of where you're stepping, because you never know. There are rattlesnakes out here. Definitely don't want to step on one of those. Most definitely don't want to step on one of those. This time, I brought 2 bottles of water. One of them's frozen. And smart enough to bring a nice damp towel with me. Try to keep me cooled off. 109 degrees, hiking through the desert. 56 years old. Oh, what it would be to be 20 again. This is the last hill I got to get up, I believe, before I get to our destination. Just keep an eye on the footing. Oh, see, like that, I just slipped. Let's find a different route. Someplace I can get my feet. Oh, right there. A little bit easier. This seems like it might be a little bit easier way to get up. Seems. Look at all the cables from the buoys and stuff they used to use to hold the marina in place, I think. I need some water. First bottle half gone. There it is. She's definitely seen better days. She's starting to dilapidate and fall apart. The gate's down. When I found it in July 2022, the gate was still up. The sidewall's coming in. Now, it's my understanding that Higgins boats are just metal wrapped around wood. I don't know if it's plywood or what it is, but that's basically what they are. It's a shame. I was hoping they'd preserve this old girl. Used to survey for Hoover Dam before they built it, up and down Black Canyon, I believe. We've showcased a lot of abandoned boats or sunken boats out here since we've been making Lake Mead updates. But this has more significance than any other because this is history right here rotting in this water. You can see where the side is falling in. The gate used to be up in July when we first viewed it. And it's still 2 feet. There's still 2 feet more water right now than there was in July 2022 when we first discovered it. That's it, only 2 feet. We might not be there yet, but next week we're gonna be at the level that this boat was at when everybody first seen it. And it's just gonna get worse and worse from there, especially after looking at the reports, the projections from the National Park Service. We've lost a little over 2 foot of water since our last update, which was 2 weeks ago, and literally only 2 feet from where we were in July 2022. And here's the deal, to my knowledge, there's no water coming. And there's some projections I'm gonna go over with you in a little bit, but I don't see any water coming to Lake Mead anytime soon, and that is freaking scary. You can see I'm pretty much right on the side of the marina. I came from over those hills over there. Rosie's waiting for me over there. One more look at history before I move on. World War II Higgins boat brought men from the ships to the beaches on D-Day. Can you imagine? I can't. Heroes. That's a hero's boat. Now I'm slowly gonna make my walk back to the car because I still have a bottle and a half of water. One of them's frozen. Let's see. It was frozen when I put it in my pocket. Like I said, it's 109 out here. Look, it was frozen solid. So I'd say it's a good third of the way melted. It's keeping my leg cold. Do you know that right now, Lake Mead is at 28% capacity? 28% of the pool is all we have left. 187 foot of water gone. As noted by the white ring, called the bathtub ring, around the mountain right there. Anybody want to go on a magic carpet ride? Holy cow. I don't want to fall down this damn hill right here. Don't ever step on that. You don't know what's underneath there. Looking for shade. So just stay away from stuff like that. Whew. Almost tripped and fell right there. Bottle in the pocket. Haul in, haul out. Let's just get cooled off a little bit, shall we? Oh my God, it's hot out here. I don't have the luxury of a boat to just jump in the water when I can. We're looking into a boat and everybody keeps telling me, don't buy a boat, don't buy a boat. But if you're doing Lake Mead content like we do, you kind of need a boat. I don't know, we'll see. This is what a lot of Lake Mead is gonna look like here in the next few months if we keep headed in this direction. There's Rosie. All the way over there. Digital zoom on his camera sucks. Using action cam today because clear footage, wide angle lens. I need some water right now. I'm back to the top of the last hill and I'm seriously out of breath and still have this much water left. Rosie's just over there. I'm almost there. One more hill to go down. At this point, I'm looking for an easy way down. I keep dropping my empty bottle. Pack in, pack out. Because the way I came up is just too steep right now. I'm too tired. Out of breath. I don't want to do that. The rocks keep rolling under my feet, which isn't good either. I just got this bunch of boulders to cross right now. And I'm there. Oh, don't fall, Mark. Don't fall. Oh, there we go. I think I made it. And hopefully the air conditioning of the truck don't throw me into shock. I was told they moved at 147 feet. I don't know. 147 feet is a long ways. It just, to me, I don't know if it looks like it's 147 feet, but it does look. Well, you know what? The tires are gone that were around the back of it, that between the island and the marina. Yeah, the tires are gone. There was a set of tires that went around the back of the marina, and there's tires over here now. There was a tire island back there. It's gone. So maybe they pushed it to where the tires were. I don't know how much farther they're gonna go before they get to that island. That's not good.
Stay on the road, baby.
Out in the dirt a little ways off the road, you come across some Lake Mead history right here. Beach store, Boulder Campground, Hemingway Road, Historic Railroad Trail, Visitor Center. This sign is a bit of a ways from over there. Look where we are. So, you used to pass this sign when you were out here using Lake Mead as a recreation area, because that's what it is, but look what's around us. Nothing. There's nothing here. There's a sign here on the ground. Lakeshore Road Walking Trail. This trail was built by Eagle Scouts from Boulder Dam Area Council. There's no trail here. The only trail there is right here, and that's authorized vehicles only. And right around the corner, there's one of the old intake pipes that doesn't draw water to Vegas. We draw water from the center of the lake. This is Pyramid Island. Around the backside here is that pipe that goes down in the water, and then you got two lines that drop in. That's the pump house, clearly abandoned, not being used anymore. So all that stuff's just remnants of stuff that we can't even use anymore. And right now we're up on top, overlooking the valley around Lake Mead. There's Boulder Beach right there. And this right here is all of Pyramid Island. Now there's a road that goes out here, but they got it blocked off. Even though I could drive around the barrier, I'm not gonna do that. Rosie and I just decided to come out here and see what the hell's out here. Well, there they are right there.
Look, baby, there's a barrel.
Oh my God, there is a barrel. Rosie found a barrel out there.
It could be Jimmy
It could be Jimmy Hoffa.
It could be.
It's him. We know he's in there.
I know he's down there. Watch, the one time we don't investigate,
Somebody will find him.
that's where they're gonna find him.
Yeah.
I remember jumping around on those.
Yeah, we climbed around on those not too long ago. Well, over a year ago, but I mean, we did climb around on those. And Rosie, I kept telling her to stop climbing on them because I didn't want her to fall through them, but they're actually pretty thick steel. I don't know what they are.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 tires?
Yeah, 4 tractor tires out there.
Is that what that one is a tire?
Yeah, it's a tire. Now, this was underwater a very, very long time ago.
Well, really not too long ago. What, 2018?
Yeah, I guess 2000. Well, I mean, that's a long time for me because last time we came here, it looks the same. You know, the water hasn't come back this far. It might have been back over here, but it hasn't been back this far since 2018 at least.
But if you look at the map on the iPad,
Yeah.
it shows on the backside of this mountain that all that water is still there.
Oh yeah.
At Boulder Harbor, that is actually completely gone.
Yeah, Boulder Harbor is completely empty. We'll go over there real quick, and we'll go over some of the National Park Service projections for the next couple of years, and where we are now versus what they projected.
I don't know how you did that hike. I'm I'm standing here and my skin's like crying right now.
Right, I did it. Look, I love how the mountains in the background back down the lake, isn't it? It's just absolutely beautiful. All the scenery, and there's that whatever that tank is over there on that. It's right in the middle of the bathtub ring that people used to dive down to and explore. It's been out of the water now for 10 years. It's literally a barren wasteland around the lake right now. And it's not going to get any better anytime soon. I think people still report that this thing is in use. It's clearly not. If you were standing here, you can see inside. It's completely stripped and empty in there. I would imagine it was the pump house, or yeah, one of the pump rooms for the intake that's down below. Yeah, we climbed all over those things a year or so ago. I wonder why they haven't removed those. They removed all the boats or these tires. That's odd to me that they removed all the boats, but not the tires on those. Those are more dangerous than half the boats are. That's steel. A lot of it's all rough edges. Is that email? That's how you get out to the pump house, Pyramid Island. Somebody's been out there that graffitied it. Right now we're above Boulder Harbor, and you really can't see it probably in the camera right now, but you can see the harbor's drying up more and more and more over there. Pretty soon all the vegetation that was in there is going to turn into dried up sticks and then just barren wasteland. Make yo day. This is the only boat left out of all the boats that they had salvaged right here. And when I found out what they did with all these boats, it just, that movie, Idiocracy, if you've ever seen that, that comes to mind. They took all these boats. I was told they took all these boats to the Speedway and used them in the demolition derby. And if I can get the footage to look halfway decent, I'll post it so you can see that. But this is Make Yo Day. The only boat left here. I don't know if it was abandoned. I don't know what happened to it or where it came from, but there it is. I wonder what it looks like inside. We're gonna try to peek inside the window right here. You see in there? What's in there, anything? So why didn't they pull this boat out and drag it around the track? Demolition derby. Boulder Harbor's looking pretty much the same, and no, I don't see any coyotes this time. But what worries me is the projections from the National Park Service. Projections for July 2026 are 1051.94. 9.14 feet lower than what they projected. And actually, we weren't supposed to hit the level we're at now, according to their projections, until between April and May of 2027. How'd you like to have to climb them stairs, especially in this heat? My truck's reading 114 right now. That's crazy. You see what that says right there? That says 113 degrees. That's absolutely bonkers. That's fine. Look at how much water over there has dissipated just in the past 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, we're probably going to hit the lowest water level Lake Mead has ever seen. I can see another lone buoy has completely risen from the depths. What a shame. There used to be boats on the side of the hills over here, on the side of these islands sticking out. I believe Lake Mead's come out and removed those. Either that or the water hasn't got quite low enough yet to see them, so we'll see. You know, when the water rose, because they were out for so long, when the water rose again to cover them and then went back down, they might have just tumbled down the island in the water, and they might be deeper now, so we might see them soon. It's just a shame. The reason why we get to explore and see all these boats come up out of the water is because of what's happening to this beautiful lake. That is absolutely awful. The last time Rosie and I were here, that was all water right there. Look at it all dried out and cracking now. This is one of the only campgrounds open right now. I mean, there's a few open out here at Lake Mead, but 8 Mile Road and Government Wash are all closed. And it's not because of maintenance, and it's not because of their yearly closing, because the past few years we were able to drive out to every single one of those locations at this time of the year. The reason why is because people weren't maintaining their camps. The number one reason is environmental damage. You're looking at it. The second reason was high crime activity. So there was a lot of crimes happening out there in the campgrounds, and that's why they're closed right now. And it says permanently closed if you Google it. That's a shame, because Government Watch Campground was pretty awesome. They just remodeled all of it, put in new fire pits, unlike this one here that somebody just made. But you can come out here and camp still. At 112, 13, 14 degrees right now, I don't know why you'd want to, but I mean, if we're right by the water, maybe. I don't know, because when you're not in the water, you're baking, literally, in this heat. Yeah. According to projections from the National Park Service, Lake Mead is supposed to hit a high again of 1062.23 in February 2027. But at the same time, we're supposed to hit an all-time record low of 1034.47 by November of 2027. So obviously they're projecting for a large snowpack at the end of 2026, beginning of 2027. And I believe they projected for a large snowpack for February 2026 that just didn't come. Subsequently, we are only 8.43 feet from the lowest overall that they're projecting in 2027 right now. We're only 8 feet from that. We've dropped, in the past 2 months, we've dropped 8 feet, 8 or 10 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's pretty scary. Again, they had to have been projecting for large amounts of snow that we didn't get. And then we got just a portion of the water allotted to us that we would normally get, or to Lake Mead, not us. We are dropping 4 feet a month right now at the lake. We're gonna hit that. If we keep dropping the way we are, we're gonna hit their all-time low projected for 2027 by the end of, yeah, you're right, by the end of September, yeah. If we keep going the way we're going now, if we go any faster, it'll be before the end of August. By the way, this is the perfect finish to a Lake Mead day. Chapalo's Mexican restaurant. I predict by the end of next week, maybe even into the weekend, or maybe into the weekend, Lake Mead's probably going to be the lowest it has ever been. We're dropping about 2 foot a week now, a little over 2 foot a week. And in July 2022, it was 1040. We're at 1042 right now. So a lot of stuff is going to be coming to the surface, no pun intended. And there's going to be a lot of people out looking. So you're probably going to see an influx of videos like crazy across the internet. People looking for anything Lake Mead has to offer from the past. But what I'm looking at is how much trouble we're in with the water dropping that fast. So I don't know what's going on with all this. I don't know what they're going to do to fix it. I really don't know if they can fix it. How are they going to do it? But we're going
watching the whole time. I'm going to be out there with the camera. I'm going to be walking the shores, and eventually we'll be out on the lake in a boat. I just haven't quite figured out how I want to put that all together yet. There's a lot of content out there on the water, and it's good content at that. So make sure you keep an eye out for those channels as well. It's sad, it really, really is, and I don't know what we're gonna do about it. So all I can do is document and show you what's happening. And if we find something, we find something. If we don't, we don't. But I'll always be here to tell you what the level is. I guess we'll just go from there. I really don't know what to say at this point. I'm not a scientist. I don't know how to fill the lake back up. I don't know why all of a sudden we had this huge drop so fast like we did. Hopefully we'll figure it out though and stop it, or we're all gonna be in deep. No pun intended on that either. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna keep updating the lake. If it keeps dropping this fast, I might be updating a lot quicker than what I'm actually doing now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys tomorrow.